For this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found. Luke 15:24. Dr. Julian Vane was the best cardiothoracic surgeon in the state. He was also the coldest. To him, patients weren't people. They were biological puzzles to be solved. On a Tuesday morning, he prepared to operate on an unidentified John Doe, an elderly man found collapsed in a park. No ID, no family, just a failing heart. As the anesthesia began to take hold, Julian gripped the scalpel. He was ready to cut. The room was silent, filled only with the rhythmic beep, beep, beep of the monitor. Julian leaned in, his mask hiding his indifference. But as he touched the patient's chest, the man's eyes flew open. It was a glitch in the sedation, a rare moment of terminal lucidity. The man's hand, frail and trembling, reached up and grabbed Julian's wrist with surprising strength. The nurses gasped. The heart monitor spiked. Julian tried to pull away, but the man leaned forward, his breath hitching. He didn't scream. He didn't beg for life. He looked Julian dead in the eye and whispered one single word, "Mariah." The scalpel clattered to the floor. Julian went pale, his breath catching in his throat. The nurses looked at each other, confused. "Doctor, we need to proceed. His vitals are dropping." But Julian couldn't move. Mariah wasn't a medical term. It wasn't the man's name. It was the name of a tiny, forgotten mountain chapel where, 30 years ago, a rebellious teenager had stolen his father's car, crashed it, and run away, never looking back. Julian looked at the man's face, really looked at it, removing the surgical mask of his own ego. Beneath the wrinkles and the gray stubble, he saw the jawline of the father he had declared dead to his friends to hide his humble beginnings. "Dad," Julian whispered, his voice cracking. The monitors flatlined. The room exploded into code blue chaos. Julian, the man who never felt anything, pushed his team aside. He didn't use the cold, calculated movements of a surgeon. He used the desperate, weeping strength of a son. "Not today," Julian prayed, the first prayer he had uttered in decades. "Lord, not like this." 3 hours later, the man was stable. Julian sat by the bed, his surgical scrubs stained with sweat and tears. His father woke up, saw his son, and smiled. "I knew," the old man whispered. "I knew if I waited at the gates of death long enough, you'd be the one there to pull me back." We spend our lives running from our past, but God often uses our greatest skills to bring us back to the one thing we can't perform surgery on, our heart. God bless you.